ask that you will be with each and every one of us and be with the witnesses that will come forward. And we grant that they will come here to speak the truth, and that you will grant the commission the discerning spirit to be able to discern between truth and falsehood. And we continue to pray that your mercy will fall mightily upon all who testify here, both witnesses and perpetrators, and your reconciliation spirit will embrace each and every one in this land. This we ask through Christ our Lord. Amen.
Amen. Thank you very much, Bishop, for that. Council, are we ready? But before we turn to you, just one little thing, because we are all members of the United Nations, and for the past 30, 40 years, every single day on the 24th of October, we say Happy United Nations Day to each other. So Happy United Nations Day to all members of the United Nations and all the people that are there. It was on the 24th of October, 1945, that the Charter of the UN came into force. And 20 years later, the Gambia joined the UN. Happy United Nations Day to all of you. Please proceed. Sorry about that little intervention.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. Good morning to you. Good morning to all the commissioners, and good morning to the public. We are ready to proceed. May I ask that the witness be brought in? The witness will be testifying in Mandinka. Therefore, I ask the interpreters to be ready.
I, Fatou Camara.
Nte Fatou Camara.
Nte Fatou Camara.
Do swear that
Mbenkalila ko.
Mbenkalila ko.
I'll speak the truth.
Mbeto nyale fola jang.
Mbeto nyada male fola jang.
The whole truth.
To nyada mandrong.
To nyada mandrong.
And nothing but it.
Adunte fem fola men manke to nyade.
Te fem fola jam manke to nyade.
So help me God.
Foto alama ale yendema.
Alama ndema.
Good morning, Mrs. Camara.
Ako isama Mrs. Camara.
Walaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Welcome to the TRRC.
Ako mbe bismillah TRRC Jambi.
Alhamdulillah rabbil alamin.
In spite of your current personal circumstances, thank you for coming and agreeing to testify.
Ako ila kul belari nyawnyandi nyama nyintembe mbari abe numbara la pour isonta yena sede yaro la Jambi.
Alhamdulillah rabbil alamin.
As you know, the Commission is currently looking into some of the incidents.
Ako wairi fansi sobe commission be kodo le jube kan men yalon ko wol ketalenu.
Including gender-based violence.
Katabula fitunola men kala musolu kan kolu tokata.
And so your testimony today will assist us
Oto ila sede yaro bi abem ma ko ilale.
in understanding what happened to you and what you observed.
Runga faham mun ketetela anin fanan nsa jube ite fon fana ye menje.
Before we begin, I would like to tell you a few of the rules of this commission. You are speaking in Mandinka and I'm speaking in English. Therefore, please allow a few seconds in between our speeches.
Akowoto isi watindimbula ala diamu kangolu tema nate diamu taya kangoji ina mana jabiro ke yede domandi pour alla kuma kangolu kana sele nyokang
to allow for the interpretation and avoid overlapping speeches.
Katu memmembe fo kanjang iba kanna sor kan koma janne bu pour nyin kamala kanna sor lalu fanalu isi silo soton no pour ka kanna soroke.
Also, when you're giving your answers,
bitun nibe jabirolu fanali kela,
if you can pause in between your sentences.
Bitun ila kumolu tema ila kumakangolu tema isi kumo sutiyandi andu ye jamfandi nyola domandi satata kanna surlalu isa faham ibe mem fala wul fanal safa nyama.
To allow for interpretation so that everything you say will be interpreted clearly.
Nyen kamala ko besi senea wairi kanna soro be kering kumo si senea asi fo mem fota satata wul fanal siyo sayin kan anyama.
Do you understand that, ma'am?
Ako foya fahamule bang. I understand.
If at any point my questions are unclear or you would like me to repeat,
ako ning ala nyinin karol kono itata futa dulato imala kumo faham wala imala kumo kotolong wala imamoy ilafta ya sayin kan ni afay dorong asayin kan wala mamoy abesela kan.
Please stop me and ask me and I will do so.
Ako isa nyininka isa londino wati fanang itilafta diamo yelo abe batulale.
So do not hesitate to ask me to explain a question if you don't understand.
Ako to kana fula ni lafta londila wala ilafta nyininka rokela nite lafta nyininka rokela wati isa nyininka.
During your testimony today,
ila sede yaro kono bi
we will address some background information.
Mba folola damen wolem kibaro ti memu ite fangola kibaro ti jumale mu itati.
Just so the commission knows who you are.
Pour commission sa faham ite mu jumale ti.
And then we will focus on the incident that happened in 2016.
Okola nsinanyalo ko kamenketa nun 2016 sangokono.
And we will focus on what happened to you as well as what you observed. And then we will conclude with the impact of what happened. The impact on you as well as your family members. So in order to begin, can you please state your full name for the record?
Brunga damuta e sisay ito kang yeto ni kontongo fo wairi memfanam be fo kanjang abe safekanne. I start in the name of God.
Alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin, alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin.
Thanks to Allah.
Allah ta'ala mansoy, tanto venda mansoy.
Thanks to Allah. Almighty Allah, who created me and gave me this chance to come and sit down here today and testify.
Min ketade April 14.
What happened took place on April 14. Between be lamoy la tebe nyinin kalale nate nyinin ka menna hibe ole jabila.
So I will be asking you questions and then you can respond to the questions.
Akate be nyinin kalale bitu naye nyinin ka menna isio jabi.
And that way we will cover everything that we need to cover.
Saje inta ate lafta nga futa dawoda mbe futa la jele inshallah.
So for now, if we can just focus on background information about you. Can you tell the commission your full name?
My name is Fatou Camara.
Mrs. Camara, do you know when and where you were born?
Mrs. Camara, yalon iwuluta sanjumale kono ani iwuluta sate jumale tu. Well, I forgot my ID card at home. But I am 47 years old. It's on my ID card, but unfortunately I left it at home.
And do you recall the year when you were born?
For isa sango hakilo sa sango lonne wuluta sango menkono. No, I cannot recall the year.
I just want to make sure because I have a different age here. That's why I'm asking. But if you cannot recall, that's fine.
Ako alafta kumoye ko katu men fotaye membe safirinje wonite men foy fatatale wala nabe nyinin karola. Ako bar wairi hakilo mamuta ako bitun tanate nsitente.
Where were you born? Do you know?
Ako wuluta sate jumal to foy jelo foy alo na bang. I was born at Basse.
Presently, are you working?
No, I am not employed at this moment.
Have you undergone any kind of formal education?
Ako fo inene karantale karambunguto bang wala kita karango karanti. I've never gone to school.
In terms of your work experience, can you tell us what kind of work you were doing before, before 2016?
Ako doku fanan na karola fo isi afono nyele be mun doku fason na nung janni 2016 sama. I'm a petty trader.
Can you tell us what happened to you in 2016?
Fo isi afonye no silang muneketela 2016 sama kono. Yes, I can.
Please start from the beginning and take your time.
From
time to time, I'll raise my hand. Just to give you an indication that I would like to ask you some follow-up questions. And then I will allow you to continue. So please start by telling us what happened in April 2016.
Saying isa adamutuno April karo kono 2016 sango kono menketa adamuta purka satanye.
Lolo alhamdulillah. Olu ontele akainta aramsol anyamani bitole soto.
It coincided with a Thursday, and that day we had a marriage ceremony.
Alake mfuntita.
I left my home to go and attend that marriage ceremony. There is a type of grass called hamareo in Mandinka. I went to the Serakunda market. There is a man, a Malian there. I went there to ask this type of grass from him. He told me to go to Kanifing at a place called Silakunda. There is a lady who came from Mali who is selling this type of grass. I left that market and I was on my way to Kanifing. When I arrived at the junction, I found a lot of people at the junction. Then I asked a fuller man, I asked him what's happening here. He said he doesn't know what's going on there. I stood there looking at what's going on. I recognized some people there. Then I joined the crowd to go and ask from those people.
If I may ask you a few follow-up questions. You said that you were supposed to attend a marriage ceremony. Which member, whose marriage ceremony were you supposed to attend?
Akujumal manyo tamu ulunti.
Ndoma.
My younger brother. Ido muso fo ido keo.
Ndo muso adi muso uncle biti alum.
My younger sister's daughter was going for marriage that day.
And were you dressed to attend the ceremony?
Andu ye parele ye la dum fen kendo leta purkata ma be obengo to bang.
Ngam parele kay.
Yes, I was dressed for that ceremony.
Do you remember the date when this ceremony was supposed to happen? The date of the event you're talking about now?
Kanyi manyo tamem fotem foi hakilo sibula anyanta kala lungu men foi sa lungu fono nyabang.
Anyanta kala ara misole dumo suto.
It should have taken place on that Thursday night, which is the night of the Friday.
But do you recall the actual date and the month?
Ako foi hakilo sibula karo nyina kita karo menkono aning karo tilo.
Matu au karamara nda kayanta arjabo wala barot mate nda arjabo smola.
Well, I cannot call the name of the month in English, but the lunar month in Mandinka is Arajabo, and I was in fact fasting that day, because people used to fast that month some days.
Can you tell us what time of the day this was when you saw that crowd?
Afanyeng tilo wati jumalom yo kafo moluje. By that time, the sun has gone up for some time.
Do you know if it was before or after the afternoon prayers?
It was before the afternoon prayers.
You said that you stopped at a junction on your way to Kanifing. Can you tell us which junction you were at? Is there any landmark that you recall?
This junction is at Westfield. Westfield la sila kumbemba fangolo. It was the main junction at Westfield. There is a way which goes to Ibo Town and another way which goes to Kanifing.
You said you saw a lot of people at that junction?
Yes, I found a lot of people there.
Can you describe the people that you saw?
For example,
Yeah, please continue.
What I can say is the majority of people there are members of the UDP party.
And how could you tell that they were members of the UDP party?
UDP party la molleti. There are people whom I'm used to because I used to meet and walk with them.
In the crowd, did you see men as well as women?
Yes, it's a combination of men and women.
What about children? Did you see any children in the crowd?
Yes, there were some children.
Were they holding anything, or were they doing anything at the time?
They were holding nothing in their hands. And we mantara kuke kam fanan. They were doing nothing also.
So you said you spoke to a Fula man.
I asked the Fula man, what is happening here with all these people? He also replied me that I've also just arrived, but nothing is happening. I'm just standing watching. Then I took out my mobile. I gave him my mobile. Ikai munafring.
Bano.
Mum ban long woti.
Ban koima.
Safero be membala.
Ha.
Wobe jumale bulu.
Obe UDP Nkole bulu.
Yes, there was somebody holding a banner and something was written on it. Then I told him to look at the banner for me and Ikaya Natale.
Ha, Puraya Natali.
I told him to take a photo of the banner that the man was holding with my mobile.
Can you describe the banner?
Wo bano memba bulu wonya abenyadile.
Koimale.
It was a white banner.
And why did you ask the Fuller man to take a photo of the banner for you?
Manana iko ye ban lero ni Natalie.
O wati nimfuntita bari ko mankara. Ninga fenje ni seferole mkata nkasa badini uli akara nyangalo mbekeri.
I've never been to school, so if I go out with my mobile and I see something, a writing somewhere which I have interest in, I always take a photo of it. When I go home, I show it to my children for them to read it for me.
Can you tell us what happened after that?
Biro botala mune natake.
Biro botala nata falanji.
After that, I saw a man called Falang.
Did you know this person, Falang?
Akoyenyim Falang yalon ne bang?
Ngalon ha.
Yes, I know him.
What is Falang's full name?
Falang to na kontongo mumuneti.
Falang Sonko.
He's called Falang Sonko.
At the time, did Falang Sonko hold any position?
Ako tembo Falang fo makama le babulu bang fo palace le babulu.
Palaso le babulu.
Yes, he's a man with a position. Mum palace le babulu.
To matile ba marari ana konsi fanko biela. UDP la dindin kafo biela.
He was the head of the UDP youth wing.
Apart from Falang Sonko, did you recognize anyone else?
Falang Sonko kola. Fue modo sute jele bang.
O kola nata solo je.
Then after that, I saw someone called Solo.
Can you tell us Solo's full name?
Solo to na kontong mumuneti.
Solo Sande.
Solo Sandeng.
At that time, did Solo Sandeng hold any particular position?
Ko tembo fo palasi lebe Solo Sandeng fanam bulu je bang.
Palaso ba fana buluji.
Yes, he is also a man of position.
Can you tell us which position he held?
Afonye mum palasi le babulu.
Na palasi ba fana buluji.
He was holding a big position there.
Is it correct that you don't know which position he held?
Bari malong abe palaso mento mam palaso nyin tolong ima fahamo nya bag.
Ha nyina ta palaso mun.
Yes, I forgot the name of the position.
But you know he held a position within the UDP at the time.
Bari yalo nako palas tole mati UDP kono wotembo. Yes, yes.
When you saw Falang Sonko and Solo Sandeng,
Biriye Falang Sonko ni Solo Sandeng.
Did you speak to them?
Foi dia mute yenne bang.
Yes,
I talked to them.
Can you tell us about that conversation?
Ini ye mun kumo mem fo fauntel fanale bang.
Ngo Falang le mun lebe keri.
I asked Falang, what is happening?
Akonye ko fente keri.
He told me there is nothing going on.
Nka fen lebe keri ke bral de fundita.
I said no, something is going on. What brought all of you to this position, to this place here?
Akonye bari te ko kata mani biton tata ji ko tata mani bitulane.
He told me, in fact, I have been to your home and I was told that you have gone to a marriage ceremony. He told me, go to that marriage ceremony. When you come from there, then I'll come to you and explain everything to you. I went to meet Solo. By that time, Solo was talking. I went until I held up his shirt. I told him, Solo, tell me whatever is happening. I'm going to a marriage ceremony so that when I go, I'll have a steady mind. He told me nothing is happening. Go to the marriage ceremony and keep a steady mind. I also didn't go. I decided to go and sit nearby that fuller man. I was sitting there watching people.
Nata pomosa fulo buluji.
I bought an apple from that Fulaman.
Manata Camara sandu kanifin kotake.
I decided to cancel my trip to Kanifing to go and buy the type of grass I wanted. I was sitting there looking at the people. I saw a policeman coming in white uniform. He came and held solo. He was talking, arguing with Solo, and people came and took the policeman's hand from Solo's shirt. So they continued standing on the road there. The policeman in white uniform decided to leave. After the policeman left, I also kept on sitting there. Then that's the time when the Fulaman told me, well, my bantamate, look behind you. The paras are already here.
I would like to ask you a question. You mentioned that the policeman was wearing a white uniform.
Yes.
Can you describe his entire uniform? He
said the uniform, the trouser and the shirt are all white.
Can you describe the police officer that you saw?
Well, he's a well-built man. He is not a dark person. He is not dark in color.
While he was talking to Mr. Solo Sandeng, could you hear what they were saying?
No, I cannot hear what they were saying because there was some little distance between us.
You told us that he held Solo Sandeng's shirt and they were arguing. Yes, they were arguing when he was holding Solo's shirt. And then people intervened and separated them.
Yes, yes.
You said not long after that happened, the paramilitary arrived. Is that correct?
Yes.
How did you know that the people who arrived are from the paramilitary?
I recognize them by their uniforms.
Can you describe their uniform?
They were wearing blue uniforms.
Were they, from what you could observe, were they holding or carrying anything?
Well, some of them were holding batons.
What were the others holding, those who were not holding batons?
Those without batons were trying to chase people away.
When the paramilitary arrived, can you tell us how they arrived? Were they, please continue.
Biru nata biru benala mbe kodirinne moto lorin kwala biru fulo ya fanyanko nganko di jube ngaje ujita.
They came in a truck and they came the area they came they came through my back. It was the fuller man who told me, look behind you, the paras are here. So that's the time I turned and saw them, but they were alighting from a truck.
You said they came from your back. Do you know from which direction they came?
Ako iwairi na te komalale foi hakilo saita ndilaba ibota mafa mintolela.
Ani buri motolo tele ngaji.
No, I cannot say. It was after the truck stood, they started alighting, and I was informed. That's the time I looked back and I saw them.
Do you remember the size of the group of paramilitary that you saw? Was it a large group or was it a small group?
Paramilitary olu menu nata je mo jamale nata bang fodungi mansia bake.
Mo jamale nata jiri.
There were many of them.
And when you say many, can you give us an estimate?
Niko mo jamale nata foisa yirikano ila mira roteton ronka fonyi monangam isiosile.
Harinda yirikano.
No, I cannot estimate.
Do you believe that there were more than 10, for example?
Ako santiong kamo fo isla mira roto isiata mo tango tile bang.
Namin siya mo tango tile abatango sila.
Well, if they are not more than 10, I'm sure they were about the size of 10.
When they arrived, you mentioned that those without batons were chasing people.
Inyum foko dokote menubulu welebe molu baikanu. Yes.
Can you describe to us what you observed?
Wotembo we molu baikan ibake kan nyadile yemune korosije yemune jije.
Amin korosije nu borta min normalem. Moy sotanu usimo fayka ni busandita wi kuruntu wi bula moto kono.
What I observed was that when they were chasing people, they started kicking people's feet under them. If anybody falls down, they will catch your feet, drag you, and throw you inside the truck.
Please continue.
Akoya continue. When that happened, people dispersed, running helter-skelter towards all directions. The place was fully crowded, but within a few minutes, the place became completely empty. So where I was sitting, I kept on sitting down there. A man came running and stood in front of me. I told him not to run away, just stay at one place, don't run. I told him to recite the Quranic verse called Yasin. He also stood there reciting the surah called Yasin. So when people were thrown into the truck and I was still sitting down there, the paras were still coming. Our road leading towards Ibo town, a lady came out from that direction. The lady clapped her hands and shouted. She told the paramilitary, the people you are looking for, here is one of them sitting down here. She told the para, this person happens to be an enemy of this state, a very bad person who hates this state. So after this lady said these words, two paramilitary men came after me.
Did you know that woman?
No, I don't know this lady. I don't know this lady.
Do you know why she said that?
I don't know why she said such words against me.
Can you tell us what happened when the two paramilitary came towards you?
When these two people approached me, one of them told me to get up. I got up. The moment I stood up, the other one gave me a nasty slap. And he wounded me until my ear, behind my ears, were bleeding. The other one became angry and asked him, why did you slap her? The other one went on saying that when I told her to get up, she got up. She didn't resist. Why are you beating her? He replied, even tomorrow I will beat her up. I told the other one, don't argue between yourselves.
Nkai ngankali ala na tira ko alo kamala fi toni ndiro la yen toni. Dindi merong.
I told them that I swear by God. If God is the creator of truth, and I didn't offend this man, he beat me, he will see it. I told him, I will be the last person that you will ever beat.
So just to be clear, you were sitting there.
Yes.
Two paramilitary officers walked towards you.
Paramilitary fulatamata kanete kang. Yes.
And one of them slapped you.
Yes.
Did that person say anything to you before or after that?
He insulted me.
Was that before he slapped you?
He slapped me, then insulted me.
And what did he say to you?
He insulted me a very nasty insult.
Based on what he said to you, do you know what his reason was for doing that to you?
I am nendiro menkela wonya. Foya dalilo lonne munana abe nendiri façon fole.
Poro na opposition yat na yo fanya bari musoyo le fay.
Because the lady who shouted told them that I am a member of the opposition. I think that's the only reason.
You said after the other officer intervened and they argued amongst themselves, and you told him that you would be the last person that he'd slap.
Biri ida manglu diamutai kwe alikana nyo saba bari ntelebe kala mo la bangote abe mentulo bulna aketa wala nyama bang.
Aketa nyama.
Yes, exactly.
Can you tell us what happened next?
Biri obotala mune natake.
Yen samba moto ta ko selem ko man seleno.
They took me to the vehicle and told me to climb up. I told them I cannot climb by myself. They took me up and threw me inside the vehicle. Then the vehicle departed.
Was this, I believe you mentioned that it was a truck earlier, is that correct?
Yeah, that was the same truck.
When you entered the truck, were there other people inside that truck?
Yes, there were many people inside the truck.
Were those people paramilitary officers or were they civilians?
They were civilians.
Do you recall how many civilians were in that truck?
Well, it could be up to 40-something people.
Can you tell us what happened next?
After that, the vehicle started and left. They took me to the PIU camp. When we arrived there, they told us to alight from the vehicle, and we got down. They said, let's stand under the sun. We stood in line under the sun. One man came there and told them, tell these people, remove these people from the sun. People are not well now. That's the time when they took us into a big house. We all sat down on the ground.
You told us that they took you to the PIU camp. Can you tell us where that is located?
PIU la campoto. It was near the KMC headquarters.
And where exactly would that be? Like from Westfield, how far is it?
Ani Westfield man jam bari tamata area council la ekana gamsel la yena bo gamsel yeta taliba lodula to tuma yena tul soto. anintel sila dole be nyoka.
It's not far from the Westfield main junction. After Westfield, you go to you go to the GAM cell, and from there you go to KMC, and after the KMC you go to another office, and then from there is the PIU. It's not far away from even the road leading to our home.
You mentioned that you were arrested with about 40 or so people.
Yenyum foko ye ini menu muta menu be motoko no je asiata motanna noti. Yes.
You already told us that you had been physically assaulted because the officer slapped you.
Yenyum foko atara ye lipale foka pare katu para kilungu nyi ye tulo bunne. Yes.
Do you know if anything happened to any of the individuals that were arrested along with you?
Fo ila cross road fo kudo ketala wo modolu la ye menu fanalu mutaje wolum.
Ani ko manke walaji.
No, I didn't observe anything happening to anybody there at that time.
Can you tell us what happened after they moved your group out of the sun and into the building at the PIU camp?
Be PIU campo to tumomen yali bondi tilo ko to tumomen hanfo aludunta o bumba kono mune na atake wokola.
Sa biran to bumba kono.
When we were inside that main big room,
nyato ko dammal be nyo komandina.
Their leaders all called one another.
They were
behaving like if a witch sees raw meat. That's the time they started discussing amongst themselves what they are going to do to us.
When you say they were like, in your words, witches who saw raw meat, what do you mean by that?
That looks like their elders, their leaders, the way they were behaving looks like they were going to kill all of us.
And can you tell us a bit more about how they were behaving?
They were using very harsh words against us, insulting us, saying you people are like this, you people are like that, saying just bad words for us.
You said after that they were discussing amongst themselves about what to do.
Yes.
Can you tell us what happened next?
One man was there, then he turned and told Yankuba Koli, there is no more talk, there is not much talk about this. So far this happened at your place at KMC here. Now let's see and let's discuss this and allow them to go. Yankuba Koli said no. He cannot do that. He said he is going to inform Usman Sonko. Whatever Usman Sonko decides, that's the time he left us in that room. He went into another office directly opposite the building where we were sitting. That's the time another Yankuba Sonko, the Mandinka man, he was standing between us, amongst us in that room.
Before you proceed, you mentioned the Yankuba Koli. Did you know Yankuba Koli prior to that day?
I know him very well.
Can you tell us how you know him?
Since he was a young man, he comes to the field to play football where I live. He comes to the field near our home.
What was his position at the time?
This thing happened when he was the mayor. KMC.
And what about Usman Sonko? Who was Usman Sonko at the time?
Ako Usman Sonko jumale moti wo tembo.
Usman Sonko fana minister latino.
Usman Sonko was the then minister.
So you believe that when Yankuba Koli referred to Usman Sonko, he was talking about the minister at the time?
Ako wolo nyinti ko ako abe ay minister men nakumo fo wolem Usman Sonko ti. Yes.
So after Yankuba Koli went to another office, you said that another man came.
Because bring Yankuba Koli tata duwo office kono modo nata.
Yankuba Mandinko.
Then the man who came was the man called Yankuba Sonko.
How did you know his name was Yankuba Sonko?
Ya to lo nyadi lo konyino mu Yankuba Sonko ti.
Atele mo police le nyaton kotino.
He was the head of the police at that time.
Can you tell us what happened when Yankuba Sonko came?
Sa nga fonye mune ketabiri Yankuba Sonko nata.
Bidi Yankuba Sonko nata lo am kunto to ambe sirinduma ayambe murumurun kanjube.
When Yankuba Sonko came into the room, he stood and looked all of us, went round looking at us. By that time, we were all sitting on the ground.
Kedo nata.
Another man came. He also came and stood over us, but that man, I don't know him. He said, you people destroyed. I feel sorry for you people. He said, it's now time for elections and you people decided to come out like this. I feel sorry for you people. Then Yankuba Koli came back from that office. He came walking quickly. Yankuba Sonko asked him and said, what are we going to do? Then he said, the minister has informed him that these people wanted to stage a coup d'etat. Let's take them all to Mile 2.
When you heard that, how did you feel?
I just had faith in God because whatever happens, I know was destined by God.
Because at that point, you didn't even know what was happening.
I didn't know what was happening, but after this man uttered those words, when he said these words, I decided to leave everything in God's hands, and that's what I told those others around me. Let's leave everything with God.
Can you tell us what happened after they said that?
After he said those words, they came and took Nogonjai from among us. And some men who are from the Combos, a man called Kafubayo.
Kafubayo, utel ke dantandal ke saba.
There were 3 men and Nogonjai. They were taken away.
You've mentioned Nogonjai, you've mentioned Kafubayo. Did you recognize anyone else in the group that was taken to the PIU?
Ako yo molumenu samba PIU wonya atelumenu yale samba je Nogonjai ning Kafukola foye modo sute jele bang. Yes, there were many people like Falan Sonko. I just forget names.
You mentioned that earlier that day you had seen Falang Sonko and Solo Sandeng.
Yes, yes.
Were they with your group at the PIU camp?
Solo nati PIU camp
Solo nati. Yes, we were taken there, but Solo was not brought to the PIU camp.
What about Falang Sonko?
Falang Sonko dung? Yes, he was with us there.
So you told us that they came and they took away 3 men, including Kafubayo.
Yenyum foko biri nata ye muke sabale samba Kafubayo be oke olle kono.
As well as Nogo Njai.
Anin nogo injai.
Ha.
Yes.
Did they say anything to them before they took them away?
Fo ye kumale fo je banjani be nyilu mutala ke bondale kono ke samba.
Hani unata zara uyu to kumandi ulita ukuye funti uyu danko funti tamuje kote.
They didn't say anything. They just came and called these people's names. Then they told them to come out, and these people came out, and they just took them away.
Do you know where they took them to?
Yalo ne ye samba da membang.
Hani utuma malu wisamba damini.
No, I didn't know where they were taken to.
Can you tell us what happened after that?
Biro botala mune natake.
Biro bota unatan telefona bula yambulol angof kambula motoba kono.
Well, after that, they came back to us, and we were handcuffed and put aboard a truck.
When you were put aboard the truck, did you see the individuals that were taken away, Nogoinjai and others?
Biri yatel bulande o moto kono yali samba. Ye nyimmolu menu follow bondi yali kono Nogoinjai ni wodolu. Foi nata ulu jele bang.
Hani mujere.
No, I didn't see them.
Can you tell us where they took you when they put you on the truck?
Biri yali bulande o moto ba kono yali samba mintole.
Mile 2.
Mile 2. They took us to mile 2.
Can you describe to us what happened when you arrived at mile 2?
Afonye nsila mbiri alifutata mile 2 mune ketaje.
Biram flata mile 2 yanji ni moto kono.
When we arrived at mile 2, we alighted from the vehicle.
Unata fokanye lo yan natal.
They told us to stand, and they are going to take photos of us.
Babara warama bijete umuko micheno waleti.
A big babaro.
Babaro.
There was a big plank of wood,
Uyole ke mol Camara.
and this thing had a small chain which they put on our necks.
Kole mu criminal ola taman seroti.
They told us that this is the sign, this is what you do to criminals.
Nteban son nang na purka du nu dun te nyole ge kola fala na ta fanya kunya tuyo yadu.
Initially, I refused for that piece of wood to be put on my neck. I had a push and pull with them, but later on, Falang told me, don't worry, leave them to put it on your neck. That's the time they put it on my neck.
Tay biru yambe natal.
Then they took photos of all of us.
Nte na ta funti unata ansamba la doti ji.
Then they took me to another place.
Muske ba do biyo ka fa ma nka ma tole mo yan.
There was an old woman there who they call Ma. I heard them calling her Ma.
Anata mo do kumandi kono ji.
She called somebody amongst us
Akombal dan la purali musobula.
and said, I'm begging you people to release this woman.
Akoni musoba pareli nyami.
She told them, this woman is, look at her, how well dressed she is.
Ay fude no ka bulu na singo biela.
She used some other things like she had already painted her legs and hands.
Ni man funti purka na fenkola ali abula.
This woman didn't leave her home to come for a demonstration.
O mae ke odani nyawo nyaman so biri ke o lafta kana ndiro commencer.
This lady Ma appealed to these men, but they still refused until the man started insulting.
Nko mero e ma barkan kaya kanyan tanko alata ko kuto mu ku kensan walet.
I told the old man, don't worry, leave them. Wherever God is not present, then that's an empty thing.
Tela biro keta ma fana yidi.
Then Ma stopped appealing to them.
Up until that point,
Fokanabula otembola.
did they tell you why you were being detained at mile 2?
Foya fali ne dalilo me yali samba kali sindi mile 2.
O man dali fa ne fonne ndiro ne atel mu kiribina rolle.
No, they didn't tell us anything except insults and saying that we are criminals.
Did they ask you any questions before they took a photo of you?
Foya li nyininka kumalle la banjanni bali natalila.
Uka yanyi ne kan bodula dronda. Momo bota dami yafo.
We were just questioned our addresses, where we are from. After that, nothing else.
And this old lady, Ma, did you know her before?
Nyimus keba me ka faye ma. Foya lo nunum follow kebang.
Nana ma je fon.
I never saw her. That was the first time I was seeing her.
So after she argued with the police officers,
Ring anim polisolio diamo ke foka pare.
saying that based on the way you were dressed, you don't look like someone who was going for a demonstration.
Ka foyon ko alini muso jube aye pare nyame nyimam funti pour kana nyimbem façon la.
What happened after that conversation?
Wodia mul kola mune natake.
Kola nata kila ki prisina bumotoji muso nata nom.
Then they sent for a woman inside the prison there to come.
Nata fuya ha nkonte ode mbusundi left pour que sunde okay.
That's the time I told them that, well, as for me, I am fasting, and now I want to cut my fast. They told me, what's laying await for you? If you know that, you will not even talk about cutting your fast. Then I kept quiet. Later on, they came for me and took me into another room. When I was taken into that room, I found some other women in there. That's the time Fatoumata Jawara informed them that this woman is fasting. Please help her to cut her fast. That was the time they offered me some water. I drank some water. But there was no food there. Then we went to bed like that. After it was a long time into the night, I got up and performed ablution. After performing ablution, then I started praying the nafila prayers. After just finishing the prayer, saying Salam Alaikum, a man opened the door and stood over me and said, Fatou Camara, Fatoumata Jawara. That by that time, Fatoumata Jawara was lying down. I shook her leg. I told her that somebody is asking for us. Then I asked him to allow me to go to the restroom. I went to the restroom. I was wearing a trouser, then I took off my veil. I tied it around my waist. I tied it until it was very strong. Then I came out. Then they took us. There was a lady called Banna who went along with us. That Banna took us. They returned Fatoumata Jawara's bag and gave it back to her. The Fatoumata Jawara told her, take along the bag. Then Banna asked them, what are you going to do with these women? The man said, these women, we are going to deal with them. Even if they don't die, they will never be able to benefit themselves again. That was the time when Banna said, I've heard from my grandma that even in war, however bad or however worse the fighting was, they don't do anything to the women. But the man replied to Banna that these are not women, these are just like men. And we were there sitting down. A vehicle came. When that vehicle arrived, they put me inside that vehicle. And Fatoumata Jawara was also put inside the vehicle. Plus a lot of other people. They took us to the NIA.
Still focusing on your time at Mile 2. Do you remember what time of the day you arrived at Mile 2? Was it before or after you were supposed to cut your fast?
al futata je wato men wayatara sunte wato tambitale ban faman si folo.
Oto sunte wato man si domande.
It was before cutting of the fast.
You told us that Nogoinjai was taken away at the PIU camp.
Eko yenyum foko ye Nogoinjai bondali konole num PIU camp. Yes.
When you, while you were at Mile 2, you mentioned Fatoumata Jawara.
Albe Mile 2 tumen na Fatoumata Jawara fananto foje.
Ni Fatoumata Jawara le biju yentel le sambaji.
Yes, we were there together.
Was Fatoumata Jawara also at PIU with you?
Ako fo Fatoumata Jawara fanambali fele nu wato men albe PIU.
Mbele biju.
Yes, we were all there.
Apart from the 3 women that you've mentioned, yourself, Fatoumata Jawara, and Nogoinjai, were there any other women who were also detained?
Ya telling you musu sabo men foteng atel men be nyokanje. Fo atel kola musu do fan tarta jele numbang alikon.
Hani.
No.
You mentioned a lady called Bana.
Muso to fo ka fo me ye banna.
Officer omanke.
She was an officer, or she's an officer. She was not a detainee.
Was she an officer of the police or the prison?
Mo prison do kulalti bang for police ole mo.
Prison do kulale.
She was a prison officer at that time.
What about the man who came to collect you and Fatoumata Jawara and others?
Nyinke omenata kanali kamaje tinin Fatoumata Jawara ni modolu.
Can you describe him?
Samari Kenya kalango fono nyele bang.
Haninto kalango fono.
No, I cannot describe him.
Do you recall if he was wearing a uniform or not?
For hakilo baka na ay uniform wala dumbang.
Ama uniform do.
He wasn't wearing a uniform.
You said that he said a lot of things, including the fact that they were going to deal with you.
Yes, he was the guy who said it.
And that even if you don't die, you would not be whole again.
Yes, it's the same man.
And he essentially said you deserved such a treatment because you were acting like men.
Yes.
At that point, what was going through your mind when you heard those words?
Through all that ordeal, I just had faith in God because I knew that nobody can do anything without God's destiny.
So after he'd said that, you said you were taken along with Fatoumata Jawara? And
yes.
Some other people?
Yes.
Do you remember how many other people were taken along with you?
No, it was at night.
You told us that they took you away. Can you continue telling us what happened after they took you away from Mile 2 prison?
When we were taken from Mile 2, they took us to Banjul at the NIA premises.
You already told us that this was sometime after you prayed the Nafila prayers.
Yes.
Can you tell us what happened when you arrived at the NIA?
When we arrived at the NIA, we alighted from the truck. By that time, I heard people shouting, screaming. People were screaming. And that screaming was high and too much. Then I said to Fatoumata Jawara, I told her, you are a young person. I told her, don't be afraid. I told her to have her faith in God. I said, a person cannot do anything to a person without the will of God.
nkontulo be wuri kawmi na jang
The shouting and the screaming I am hearing here.
nka herati jande nkonga ala doro
I told her there is no peace here. There is no peace taking place in this place. Only God can help us here.
nka tele alla kol tama ikana motukuma ikana kan la mola
I told her, well, don't blame anybody. Don't do anything also. Let's just have faith in God.
nka ala doro
It's only Allah.
una tan samba office o do kono
That's the time they took us into an office.
Before that, when you heard people shouting and screaming, what did you think was happening to those people?
nya lonkay
I know what was happening.
otuma wuli paka
It could be that they were being beaten.
bu tocco ka kendeke
They were being seriously tortured.
And from where was that, those shouting and screamings, from where were they coming from?
O wurolu kabona minto mafane.
o wurol ka bula kono to koma
It was the screamings were coming from the interior part of the NIA compound.
Do you recall for how long you heard the shouting and screaming?
Foy hakilo samutale wo wurolu ametale bang ay wati jelleta.
wurol metale kany
It took a long time. The screaming went on for a long time.
You said after that you were taken to a room.
Yes.
Can you tell us what happened next?
When we were taken into that room, myself, Farmata Jawara, Langmarong, Falan Sonko. We were made to sit on a table. A man came there and started asking us my name and surname. I told him my name and surname. He asked me, we came out, but why did you people come out? I told him, well, the reason that took me out of my house, I was going for a marriage ceremony. He said, no, that's not true. That didn't bring you out. You people have been sent. That's why you came out. I told him, there is no need for me to tell you lies. What happened, that's what I'm going to say. He said, then if you don't tell us the truth today, he shouted and insulted me. I told him, whatever you do, I swear to God. I said, a human being swearing is what I believe. I will not do anything else. After that, somebody also entered from the door. He also insulted, a very nasty insult, and said we should get up from that chair. He said we should sit down on the ground. I refused to get up when I saw him coming. I got up. He came and kicked the chair. The chair hit Langmarong on his side. I became very, very, very unhappy. He said, let me sit down on the ground. I said, I will not sit on the ground. I told him, this chair that you removed us from. I told him, you just have powers in your hand, but this chair belongs to all of us. I said, but Allah is better than all of us. He said, you are calling Allah, 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 but after we deal with you, you will forget about who is Allah. I said, well, don't call me mayor, call me your age mate. After that, another one came who was also very angry. And he said that as far as I didn't speak the truth, those others will not speak the truth. A man came and stood at the door and said, Fatou Camara.
Okay, now.
I said yes. He said, come. When I was going out, I was looking at that man. On the whole, somebody was standing around my left side, whom I didn't even see. The moment I took out my leg, he put a bag over my head. When he put that bag over my head, they took me up and took me to another place. He took me into a room and put me on a bed. It was just like a table.
Fatou Camara,
He said, Fatou Camara, I'm questioning you. You refuse to speak the truth. Who sent you people out? I told him nobody sent us out. I said I was going to a marriage ceremony. He told me that you cannot be a chairwoman. Something like this happens and you were not aware. I told him something that I am not aware of. I will not tell you lies. He called another man called Haruna. He said, Haruna, bring the sticks. When Haruna brought in the sticks, he said, let me open my mouth. I closed my mouth. I said, no, I will not open my mouth. He caught hold of my neck and said, and my throat, and said, let me open my mouth. I said, no, I will not open my mouth. When I refused to open my mouth, he said, let them get hold of my hands and legs. Some got hold of my legs, some held my hands. I was lying on that table. They beat me up and beat me and beat me until I fainted. I fainted. I wasn't aware of anything. When I became unconscious, they lifted me up. They took me out. They poured cold water on me. I was lying there for quite a long time. When wind blew over me, I regained consciousness. When I regained consciousness, I realized that I was lying in grass. I became puzzled. What brought me into this grass? So what was around my face, covering my face, I wanted to remove it. I cannot. I was unable to. That was the time I called Allah's name. I called Allah's name and said thanks to Allah. After that they said, oh, she's not dead. They came back for me again. They came after me into that grass and started whipping me up, beating me up again. Well, I went on calling Allah's name, La ilaha illallah. A man came there running. I don't know him. He told them, stop, this woman is causing you people. They started arguing amongst themselves. They said, she's calling Allah's name, but she's not causing us. They said, when they were arguing themselves, they said, men cannot call Allah's name. It is the women who have sweet voices. They were arguing with that man until that man was able to get me out of their hands. That man also lifted me up. He took me and placed me at another place on the whole. That place also was a door. I was lying at that door. My throat went dry. I told them to give me some water to drink. Somebody brought some water for me. I just wanted to raise up my head to drink water. Somebody came and kicked that cup of water and the water all poured away. So I was unable to drink. I was just left lying there. The things that were placed on my head, I was trying to remove it from my head. The door where he placed me, somebody came out of that room. When that man also came and found me lying there, he also kicked me.
Madam Camara, please take your time. We're here to listen to you, so take all the time that you need. If you would like to take a break, please let me know.
Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alamin.
When he kicked me, I fell down again. When I wanted to get up, I was unable to get up. I was just lying down there. They came again and lifted me up from there. Some held on the other side, the others held the other side. They took me to another room. When they took me to that room, they made me sit down on a chair. They asked me, told me, Fatou Camara. At that time, I was even unable to speak. I said, They said, I was asking you and you refused to tell us the truth. They were insulting me, very nasty insults. Those insults, any sane person, a good person, will not even utter words like that. I told them, whatever happens, I cannot tell you lies. I think at that time, most of their leaders were there. There was a table around there. There was a man called Tamba Masire among them there. By that time, Tamba Masire was also shouting. You decided to give me vinegar, saying that I'm going to kill all of them. Give me some vinegar. I'm going to kill all of them. He went on insulting continuously. So when they asked me, I was unable to talk. I also saw Fatmata Jawara there. They brought her also for her to talk. If I want to talk, when I open my mouth, my chest becomes congested. Because there was a man who informed them that this woman's tongue is now limp. She cannot talk. She said, no, I have to talk. They were arguing amongst themselves. Again, I fell down and fainted. I was unable, I didn't, I was not conscious anymore. When I became conscious, I found myself in another room. I was lying in that room. They brought in Fatmata Jawara. When they brought in Nogoi, when Nogoi lied down, when I shouted, then Nogoi said, "Ah, you Sarahule woman, you are also here." I said, "Yes, I am here." Then Nogoi took my head and put it on her legs. For a long time I was there. By that time I was having a serious headache and I was also dizzy. Nogoi got up. Where they were beating us, that's where I left my head tie. Then Nogoi went for my head tie. Nogoi came and tied up my head until it was really strong. Again, I went unconscious. Whether it was daytime or night time, I was unable to know whatever. Until in the late evening, a man came in there and they said, a doctor. When he came and checked us, but the doctor's name I cannot remember. I was even aware of the doctors coming there. After that, late at night they took us to a small hospital. I was lying there until daybreak. Then it was on a Saturday. I looked up and Nogoi told me, "Fatou." I said, "Yes." She told me that, well, we should thank God. I asked her, "Where is this place? What is this place?" She said, "This place is a hospital." She told me that a doctor came to come and check you people. I told him, but I don't know whether he'll come again to come and check you up. But he said he was going to inject you people, but I said no, he shouldn't do that. So we should all be careful. Let's all be careful about ourselves. Then when I got up and I wanted to go to the restroom, I had to sit in a wheelchair. When I went to the restroom, all what I urinated was only blood. For 15 good years, I was urinating blood.
15 good days?
Till 15 days, I was urinating blood. Then the doctor came and said, "I came here to inject you. If not, the blood coming out of your body will be exhausted. And if there is no more blood in your body, you will die." I said, "No, I will not have any injection." His name was Dr. Sanyang. Asked me, "Why are you not ready to be injected and still you are urinating blood? If we don't inject you, you are going to die." I said, "Dr. Sanyang." I said, I give thanks to the Almighty Allah. The Almighty Allah who created me, I give thanks to Him. said, Dr. Sanyang, when I was free outside, I used to hear a lot of things, but now I have seen it with my own eyes. I said, somebody who committed suicide will never see the prophet. If I allow you to inject me, I will die. I know that's what we are doing to people here. I said, if I die now, put me in a blanket and give me to my people. They will wash me up and pray for me, and they will bury me.
Madam Camara, thank you very much for telling us what happened.
Madam Camara, inumbara bake menketa ya satanyeng.
We will come back to the information after the break. And I will ask you a few follow-up questions. And then we will continue from where you left off. Thank you very much. Mr. Chairman, it's time for the break. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Council, and thank you, Mrs. Camara. I'm truly sorry that you had to endure such brutal and horrific torture in the hands of agents of the state.
Chairman ko se haketu nyin kata bala fati ye tajire ya nin kruya membe kela mfangulu la banku dingulu menu ko be doku wala mansa kundaye wolle yo jawya ke ani wo tajire ya ye wala ketela teng.
We will take a 30-minute break and then come back at 5 minutes after midday.
Mbita miniti tan sabada hala mbe murula nanjang nin talantan nin fulata mbita miniti lulula.
Meeting is adjourned. Thank you.
Bengo banta ala baraka.